Supernatural. Who? I had to go through the list. Last time on Doctor Who, we had...
Oh, the witch episode.
Which witch is which?
Is that what it was called?
No, it was called Witchfinders. It had King James in it, which is really cool. We had the Morax, which was some kind of weird mud monsters
that lived in the
took over
hill.
people. And yeah, that was the episode. But let's talk about the poll real quick before we get into the episode. All right, MELRON, here we go. Should the companions change their clothes when traveling through time? Melanie had a big problem with this, and I said she was silly. 16% said there's a reason they don't have to. Perception filters, psychic clothing, etc. 27% said no, there is no need at all. And 55% said yes, they stand out too much otherwise.
Yes, thank you.
Damn it. Stormwolf says nah. As Tin said, just walk around like you own the place. Works for me. Rex says every era deserves to know how cool jackets are. Dobby says they should, but they don't have to. I mean, the doctor doesn't, and he or she's the expert.
That's true. I just have more fun whenever they do, I guess. Like on Legends, they always have different outfits. Previously on Who, they had different outfits.
Yeah. Joey says they never really did before, right? I remember Tennant just walked around in a suit at Pompeii.
That's so true. But he stuck out.
Cornberry says I want them to because it's kind of fun to see them change outfits based on their surroundings, but I guess they don't really need to. Honestly, I haven't been paying much attention to what they've been wearing. Guy Marr says, while I wanted them to wear appropriate clothes in this particular episode, most of the time I don't think that they have to.
Well, there's a lot of times that they're not even on Earth or someplace. You know, and they're just wearing a motley of everything.
Damien says, Aaron just wants them to change their clothes so that the doctor is not wearing those pants. He hates those pants. I do hate those pants. They're so short. Either just make them shorts
They're
or make them
floods.
pants. Pants? No.
They show off the boots.
Hit the button.
This is my favorite song, though.
This is your favorite what?
Music for it.
No, I don't like it as much.
Why?
Too... Skrillex.
Norway. Definitely Norway.
Norway.
A sheep?
It's fine. It's only 2018.
Oh, okay.
I thought we'd leapt into the Woolly Rebellion.
The Woolly Rebellion.
Soil?
I'll give you this.
How does she know that they use soil?
Me and your nan used to talk about coming to Norway.
Aww.
Oh, it's a scary episode.
They have kids. I hate kids in TV shows.
Looks like it's been abandoned.
Hey, did you see that?
Boom! It's a scary episode, Melanie. We're gonna have a scary monster this episode. So excited.
No, there's not gonna be one.
You need a woodlock. One woodlock would have saved it all.
Do they make wood logs? You can just pound right through that.
Monsters.
Shut up.
Someone's in here.
Eating nuts.
And they're
collecting
splitting up.
berries.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Look at how beautiful that house is, though.
They're in the cupboard. Just like the Indian.
No, just like The Conjuring.
These days, I always carry a cheese and pickle sardine, you know, just for emergencies.
Jeez.
Hello.
Is she blind?
The thing.
The Thing. John Carpenter.
How do you know your dad didn't just pack up and go?
My dad would never just leave me, okay? Ryan.
What? How long's he been gone?
4 days.
His dad just left him, right?
Don't be out here too long.
Why didn't the doctor go to the dangerous location?
Was it your dad who put these boards and locks everywhere?
The day before he disappeared.
The day before?
Wow.
There are worse things out there than people.
That's ominous.
Something he knew about.
It takes you away. It takes you away.
Probably only if you see it.
What's going on?
In the house?
What the world?
That's a mirror?
Yeah, but there's no reflection.
No.
Don't do that!
Ha.
We'd know if we were vampires, right?
And it's a mirror. Not a mirror.
When it's a door.
Yep. So, alternate dimension.
Where are we? What are we doing? Hell. We're in hell. When it's a window. That's when a mirror's not a mirror. When it's a window.
Come to me.
No,
What's
it's
happening? I'm staying with you.
No.
Ryan will stay here with you.
Why Ryan?
He's already tried to lure in Graham.
Yeah?
Hey, oh, I wasn't lured. It's not like I gave him my credit card details.
Should have left the ads with her.
Oh yeah, but maybe bonding will be good.
Some sort of space-time portal.
The upside down.
Let's make sure we can find our ways back.
What does she? Oh, string.
Very high tech.
Always a critic.
Ooh, what's this?
Did you stick to your own wheat?
That's not my we.
Let him go.
Because you do not want those words to be last
Whose
ones.
we is it?
Change is now possible.
He's very Gollum-ish.
That knife is interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Like a bone, but it looks like metal at the end, didn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah. I don't know how it was structured.
I don't need you to feel sorry for me.
Why don't you like me?
You thought my dad would leave me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fair.
You ask the clever questions, and your brain tastes so delicious.
Yum.
A flesh moth?
So that balloon's made out of flesh?
Won't hurt clothes, but they strip the meat off your bones.
It's like the reverse of a normal moth.
Huh. Yeah, that's true.
You know? Anything can be distracted by a bit of food, huh?
Ribbons will clear and follow.
Like him?
Dang it! The speakers are the roar? Oh! It was a ruse.
What's going on?
Sadly, you have no umbilical.
The wire. Yep.
My God, how can you smell worse than last?
I love Graham.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh!
Oh, good job, Graham!
Oh, Ribbons is gone.
Leaves the clothes, though.
Alright, they're distracted. Now how are you gonna get out? Jeez, ew! It came out of his eye.
What are you looking back for? Turn it off, close it, whatever.
Ugh.
But the girl's there.
No, did she go through?
Hey, have they moved things around in here?
Oh, it's different place.
Different.
No. Dumb girl. What are you gonna do?
Well, darkness doesn't affect her.
Well, yeah, but she's...
Might have an easier time.
Why is there a speaker monster? Man, I want some scary stuff. Where's a scary spot? Speaker monster. This place looks nice. Yeah, Dad came here and stayed. It's like an alternate Hannah.
Oh, I
whatever.
bet her mom's still alive here.
An alternate Hannah with her eyesight maybe and stuff like that.
Not
Like a,
interrupting our way.
you know, reverse world. It's
Who else is here, Eric? Who do you want us to see?
gotta be the wife,
Wife.
right?
Eric, you got Mira married.
Mira married.
I died. I remember it.
Oh.
Oh, that's freaky.
I know I stayed away from Hannah too long, but I kept thinking, what if I go and I can't come back?
Bring Hannah here.
Yeah.
She got here when you did.
Who?
Huh?
No. She always wanted to go.
No. Oh, it is. Oh, what is this, like the afterlife or something?
I don't know.
Oh, Brian.
No, Brian, you are.
Just hold his sleeve.
Where are we?
No idea.
Dude, is he gonna get to see his...
I don't know.
I reckon your dad did that to keep you inside. Should've just got Wi-Fi.
What even has the power to create a copy world like this? Unless... Oh, no actual way.
What?
I've told you about the solar tract, right?
Literally never heard the word before.
A bedtime story my gran used to tell me. You had a grandmother? I had 7, but Granny 5, my favourite, used to tell me about the solar tract.
What?
Your gran told you this is a bedtime story.
Only when I had been sleeping. So, what did I do?
What?
She also said that Granny 2 was a secret agent for the Zygons, but she seems bang on with this one.
It's the docked ship. Oh, you'd love it, Grace.
Oh.
It's this whole police box, and inside... it's
Getting
like a
information,
massive
maybe?
spaceship. I've been to an alien planet, Grace.
No.
And I've met Rosa Parks.
Rosa Parks?
I know.
Sounds like you didn't find me out, Lee.
No.
I'm lost, Grace.
That's not Grace. No offense, Grace.
None taken, love.
It's her or the real world. You can't have both.
No, Graham, don't stay. How are they not following the bright light?
I don't know, that's what I thought they were after.
It's me.
Oh no,
Oh
Ryan.
no, Ryan. Jeez.
I hate you. Now let me out.
You gotta reject it. If you reject it, it lets you out.
Doc, I know what you're asking me to do. I just can't do it.
Come on, Graham.
What about Ryan? He's in trouble out there, love.
He'll be fine. He's a smart lad.
No,
Grace
that's
didn't
not
want
her.
Grace.
That's not her.
Grace was risking herself in the first episode to save Ryan.
Yeah.
Alright, now the doctor.
Why is there a frog in here?
You said I could stop being Trina.
Still Nan's voice.
Who talks like Grace?
This frog is a form that delights me, as it once delighted Grace.
This is silly.
Yeah, it kind of is. Sorry.
Thanks, Kermit.
Is it? It's collapsing. This part is.
I don't know. It should start stabilizing. Here she comes.
Okay. What about the moss? Where are the moss?
Maybe they're disintegrated already too. Oh, it's
I like that
squeezing
shot.
in.
That. Oi! It's a trash compactor. That's 7 years of bad luck.
Graham.
At least Ryan did not see her.
Some Wi-Fi. Friends.
Thank you.
That would be good.
Bye, Emma.
Aww.
I don't really feel like they bonded much though.
No.
I see the sheep have moved on. Probably off plotting. Come on.
Well, at least we got each other, right? Granddad.
Oh.
What did you just call me?
Why? You going deaf in your old age? Come on, tie this.
I'll get a tissue. I didn't expect to need a box for this show. So, that was an unexpected emotional episode.
I thought it was gonna be scary. I had my hopes up. I was all excited.
Yeah, with that creepy swing at the beginning.
Yeah.
I was like, crap, there's kids in
Had a
this.
creepy swing.
Ugh.
Had a boarded up building.
Yeah, which
had
that
a
would be the
random
worst
person at a window.
building to have. Like, that house is a lot like ours, where it's like all glass on the front wall.
Yeah.
Like, we're doomed to
Just
the
like
zombie
ours.
apocalypse.
In scary situations.
Oy.
So he went and set up roaring speakers and stuff outside to keep his daughter scared and in the house.
And there's food in the freezer. Even though she's blind, she can cook her own food. It's okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, blind people can cook.
Yeah, but I mean, like, how is like, without being prompted, you know? Like, she's young. I barely knew how to cook a
Would
food
you
from.
leave your kids?
Huh?
Would you leave your kids?
No.
If you found me in another world?
Good riddance.
Good riddance.
No, I don't know. I mean, I probably would want to go visit you, I guess.
I wouldn't. She wouldn't want to visit me. The Grace thing was...
Oh, gosh.
I was worried we were going to lose Graham or something. I didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah, I
for
thought
sure.
Graham was going to stay there, especially since this whole episode, like, I kept writing down quotes from Graham because I loved Graham so much in this episode. Like, Graham having a sandwich in his pocket.
I like that he had his sandwich. When I used to work at Little Caesars, you were allowed to wear the shirt and you were allowed to wear khakis. But they could be khaki shorts or they could be khaki pants. And I always wore, like, these khaki cargo shorts. And I worked in the front at the register. And sometimes you could sneak food. And I'd grab like cheese bread and be eating cheese bread up front, where I'm supposed to be folding boxes. But then in the middle of it, there'd be ding. I have to go help those people. So I would go and help them. And my manager one time watched me come back from helping people and then reach into my pocket and pull out cheese bread and start eating it. Because I would just store the cheese bread in one of my cargo pockets. So like I had cheese bread and then it went ding. I was like, shoot. So I put it in my pocket, went to go help them, came back. got my cheese bread.
Well, it looked like his was wrapped in saran wrap, so maybe a little less disgusting.
I don't think it was it?
I thought it was shiny whenever he pulled it out. She was in the closet at the beginning.
It might be wrapped. Mine wasn't wrapped. Mine was just cheese bread in my pocket.
But, I mean, that's how they found her, is because they saw the wrappers of candy and stuff like that on the floor, cracked nuts.
Yeah.
She didn't know that she was supposed
freezer.
to eat from the freezer, you know? Like,
She didn't know. I mean, maybe she already ate that. How long has it
she
been gone?
could have.
Does time change? Is the time the same on both sides of it? You know?
Yeah, that's
if he's
true.
here
I
for
don't
a day,
know.
is he there for a day?
Time's relative, and with that being controlled by the solitract, or whatever it's called, like, very easily manipulating that relativity of time, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But no, so I have the sandwich from Graham. What is not like I what? Dang it! Whenever they saw the mirror, Graham's like, the doctor's like, oh, Graham was getting lured by that mirror, and then
Lured. It's not like I gave him my credit card information.
it's not like I gave him my credit card information. I put CC number. I was like, what's that?
Oh, okay. I was at CC2, and I'm like, CC2? What?
Like Roman numeral. But anyway, and then him making fun of what's his name? You know, how could you smell even worse right now?
Now you smell like weed. It's not my weed.
Whose weed is it? Like, I loved Graham so much in this episode that I thought we were going to lose him.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Like,
it was a sad moment. I like that they gave him a reason to understand that it's not. You know, he didn't have to just give her up.
mm-hmm.
You know, what about Ryan? He's out there. It's like, he'll be fine. Don't worry about Ryan.
And both of us were like,
I was like,
that's
not what
not
Grace
her.
did. She died trying to save Ryan.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
So I like that they gave a reason for him to refuse her. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was afraid because Graham's my favorite out of the three, by far.
I just love the things he says and stuff.
I know. Just want to give him a hug.
Ribbons, I think, is weird.
Yeah.
I don't get why he's there. He said, I've always been here. It's like he was born with the place. Why are there moths there? Why are there rats there?
I think we could have had this whole episode without ribbons.
Without the middle world?
Well, like, I like that they had to travel through it and had the, like, scare of the moths. I think it could have been done without ribbons, though.
Yeah, maybe.
There was something that you said in the episode that really stuck with me. At the beginning, whenever the doctor's delegating tasks for everyone to do, there's this monster out in the woods that's on the approach, and she delegates Ryan and Yaz to go to the shed.
Like, we're gonna go back to the house. You guys go to the shed. It's like, shouldn't the doctor go to the shed and you guys go to the house? I don't know.
Yeah, that really stuck with me because that's not her first time, you know, delegating something riskier to the other people.
I don't know. I just thought about it whenever she did it, but she's done that before. But
I don't know. It just stuck with me. I'm like, ugh.
The Woolly Rebellion.
No, I know. For the
In like
beginning.
200 years from 2018, the sheep have a incident and they rebel against
and it's a
the humans.
bloodbath.
They're probably all plotting. Like, plotting? The sheep, what?
That she's identifying the time and the area by eating pellets of dirt.
Yeah.
Soil.
The doctor's done that stuff before too, but so
I know.
it works.
But she's just snacking on it.
Yeah, she seemed to enjoy it. I remember like David Tennant one time was like, yeah, this time. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
But I remember him being like,
Yeah. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Like, she's just chowing down.
The doctor gets different powers as like the show continues. Like, it's weird the things that they do or that it can do, or you know, like it's been able to like close off minds before and stuff. And then the one thing with James Corden, he like headbutts him, and then like all of his knowledge goes to him so that he can just tell him stuff real quick. And here he can eat dirt, and she can do this, and he can do that. I don't know. It's just weird.
Yeah, but I mean that makes sense as like, you know, the writers are developing. They're like, well, it would have made sense if she had this power all along, and just, you know, twisting what has been done previously, but also keeping the audience excited. Of, oh, well, that would make sense. Just doesn't make sense why she's snacking on it.
So what do you think of Ryan calling Graham granddad? I like that better than there was something else. Ryan and Hannah or whatever her name was, I didn't really get that, hug. Oh, wow, they've made up. What happened? Like, because he came and found you in the dark and then took you to a hole and then you didn't see him at all and he was in there with moths that were going to eat him? I wasn't sure, because, he was trying to take care of her, I guess, there.
Yeah.
And maybe she was appreciative of that. But I didn't get that as much as I got Ryan calling Graham granddad, where it's kind of been a build-up through the season of him not accepting him and then him accepting him. You know what I mean?
The hug I felt from Hannah, or however you said her name, was more like, even though you were a butt face at the beginning, Ryan, I still understand you and you deserve a hug. Like
the hugs you give me?
Yeah, like a patronizing hug, almost.
I don't know. Maybe.
Like, I didn't get, all emotional. I was like, oh, he needed that from a kid because, he's never had a good childhood. So just seeing another child be slightly compassionate is good for Ryan. But the whole granddad thing, as everyone saw, I lost it. We've been waiting all season for that. Just I
haven't been waiting for it, but I do like the growth that we've had between the characters.
Yeah.
But it's not like, my God, I need him to call him granddad, please. but as far as seeing some growth between characters and stuff, the only thing that I would say that I haven't liked between the characters is that I don't feel like his not dyslexia, his dysplasia.
Yeah.
His he's really bad at stuff. I haven't really seen that coming into anything, they kind of introduced in the first episode and kind of hinted at it every once in a while, but it's never really hasn't been daunting to him at all, or I haven't felt like it's something that he's been has he overcame it? Is it something he's overcame?
No, he's had it since he was a child.
I know, but is it a thing
I don't.
Can you overcome it? Is it a thing that have we dealt with it in this season where we've seen him as a person? If the story would go through and be told that over the course of these 9 episodes or whatever that he's been able to overcome it and it's not as daunting to him as it was, in the first episode, whether it's a thing that you could do in real life or whatever, I feel like I would at least believe it. Whereas I feel like it's just. They just kind of dropped it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he kind of has that, but we don't really know what to do with it. You know what I mean?
Because, it's not something that's extremely common. I don't know much about it. And I really don't think, other than it being a psychological issue, I don't... I don't know.
Dyslexia.
You don't really overcome. You just live with.
And you learn to deal with it and that kind of stuff, but is it a matter of how much it's daunting to you as you go through life with it, right? I
guess, especially with stressful situations, it would be, worse.
Yeah, when you're stressed out, you gotta read something real quick because a bomb's gonna blow up and you're trying to read it, but your dyslexia's fucking with you now.
Yeah.
Or can you...
The numbers are 5, 3, 1, 2, hurry up, put it in!
No, wait.
4, 1, 5.
So, I don't know, I'm just or can you overcome that? And then in the stressful situation, it's not as daunting and you're able to complete your tasks. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
That's the only thing, from the character-wise, I feel like I like all of them. Ryan's stipulation with that is my least favorite, and I don't feel like it's been dealt with at all.
Yeah.
But I love, him and Graham and their relationship, and the relationship between him and Yaz, and, all of them. And
yeah, I like them dropping why he knew her. Oh yeah, from high school, yeah.
But they're not romantic interests.
But they're not romantic interests. There's not much relationship building. Yaz feels like the one out, and
yeah, they have a relationship though in the sense of in this one, the relationship between Yaz and Graham. Because I was gonna say that too. Mm-hmm. In this one we have her saying about Grace, you're not Grace. Grace was this and this and standing up,
a smiling superstar that was
standing
able
up for Graham, and. So, they have a relationship between each one of them, and Ryan, I feel like, is the weakest because I think they tried to give him that, and then they didn't go anywhere with it. They didn't do
anything with it.
So, and I think it's the only thing that I have an issue with from any of them, is that. Otherwise, I think they're okay. Doctor-wise, what do you think of the Doctor this episode?
Well, let's ask you, because I've liked her every episode, so.
I don't know, I love the little bit when she was kind of talking and was like, I met a conscious universe and then had to say goodbye, I like that little the little thought process in
Say
her mind
goodbye
and
to a
stuff.
friend.
So I kind of like that. The frog was kind of weird, but like
I was hoping for something like, see like the master or like, like something that
part
we
of me-
recognized.
part of me thought that
It's crazy.
your friend's here. Yeah, she got here just before you did. And I thought it was gonna be like Missy. I guess part of me was thinking of Missy somehow. Like, how are they doing this? What? But no. Yeah, I don't know. It just the doctor seemed good in this episode. It seemed nothing really stood out where I like hated it or anything. I thought it was interesting, the idea of like, here you go. Here's the layout of the take care of the weakest points of the house, and it just says like, assume her dad's dead, take care of the kid.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. She wasn't like too. She wasn't like, we gotta kill ribbons. She wasn't like, she was just kind of taking care of stuff, and she never was freaking out. That's the thing. She's always. She just feels too calm sometimes. Like she never has.
She was petrified at the beginning.
Well, I mean, she says I'm scared, but like.
She acted scared, but we don't feel.
I never feel that the doctor is
in danger,
scared or angry. Really, like I feel like I just see a calm doctor most of the time. I don't really feel the emotions of past doctors. Whereas like I felt like with Matt and David and Peter, like I would feel a lot of emotions from different moments of the doctor, like in different episodes, especially like when they're angry.
Yeah.
Especially then. Mm-hmm. Some of it, like I remember sometimes with David. Like as a doctor, like you would feel how sad he was. He just looked sad.
Oh yeah,
he looked sad all the time. He just stared off in the camera a lot. I just did that.
I don't know. There's one part in it. It's dead.
No, it's not. Just wiggle.
Just wiggle. Like maybe it was this whole beginning. I don't know.
I mean, there's times that like the doctor kind of looks like she's scared, but I guess I don't feel that the doctor is scared. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I
definitely the moth part though.
Maybe. I just often feel I think that she's in control enough. You know what I mean? I don't know how to.
That she's too in control.
Maybe. I don't know. It's just.
That she's too calm about the situations. Like the moths, I think, were the most threatening thing in this episode.
I'm still waiting for like some of those chill moments from the doctor. And not chill as in she's so chill, Yeah. When like I get a chill
Spine
because
chilling,
of the doctor, Like there's been so many moments with past doctors. I just want that from her. So I think I like her for the most part as like the doctor and how she like interacts and like the way she's like, oh my gosh, and like just the one-liner thing, I thought it was the woolly.
Like for
woolly
casting, I love it. Writing's just been hit or miss for me. Like I feel like you said before, the threat values aren't always there.
Yeah, I don't know. This one I felt like things were at stake. Like, it was
reality.
Things were dangerous, and we had to be able to, watch out for these moths that can eat you. Watch out for reality that's caving in. Watch out for this guy with a knife who will stab you.
Yeah, which she didn't seem too concerned whenever he had the knife to Graham's throat. Either time.
We'll see.
Her acting and her delivery of the lines is on par. I love.
I don't think that her acting and lines and stuff have been bad. I just want the moment and the writing to come out to give her a chance to try to. I'm hoping we have one more episode this season. I think it was 10 episodes this season.
Oh, not 2 more?
I think there's 1 more. Oh, I think next week will be the finale episode.
Okay.
So I'm hoping during that it's just. I mean, we obviously don't seem to have any kind of overarching story amongst like any of this, except for the fact that we have the same companions on each trip.
Yeah.
And we had a little bit of Grace, which is kind of over. So I mean, there's no overarching story.
I guess like the development of Graham and Ryan.
Yeah.
Have been the specific story.
I'd heard a rumor that they weren't going to go with an overarching story this season.
Okay.
So I wasn't sure if that's what there was going to happen or anything, or what was going on with that.
As we see the Stenza.
Yeah. So I'm hoping next episode we really get to see something there. I don't know. I really want to just see. I want to see it taken up a notch by the doctor and the writing for the finale.
Like we both feel the potential here.
Yeah.
Like the casting's great. The videography is amazing.
Production value's been good the whole season.
Yeah, it's been awesome. We feel the potential that we're just not giving it to us.
I don't know.
Like.
And then the last thing I had was grannies.
Grannies?
Yeah. Do you think the doctor had 7?
Oh yeah, I wrote that too.
Or
Or 7 generations.
Like, regenerations?
Yeah.
I thought about that, but then they said, like, Granny 5 said that she thought Granny 2 was Zygon's secret agent.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, then it wouldn't be like, well, back when I was a regeneration of Granny 2, I was pretty sure I was a secret agent for the Zygon,
Well, I guess, like, if her parents could regenerate, and then whenever they regenerated, one turned into a man, and the other one was still a man, and, like, they didn't want to be married to a man.
If you have,
so they remarried a different woman.
If you have grandparents, and then your grandpas both turned into grandmas, now you have 4 grandmas. Does it work like that?
I guess.
Yeah, let's go to Q&As. Guys, we can go into Who Q&A at BlindWaveProd on Twitter. So if you guys want to submit for the last episode next week, make sure you guys do that. We're only going to have one more of these, and then it's off for however long it's off for.
Hopefully it's just a year, because didn't they do a 2-year hiatus?
Yeah, I mean, they might have like a Christmas episode or something. Eden Mark says, in the scene where the doc convinces the Solitrack to let the others go and take her, did you see any of the other doc's personas in Jodie's performance? 10 and 11 would have totally pulled off those lines. Anyway, I think this is one of her most doctor-y moments so far.
Which part convinces?
Where the doctor convinces the Solitrack to let the others go and to take her. So she had the moment of being like, I've seen everything in this universe. Which I like that she turned it on like, do you want him over me?
Yeah,
you want
exactly.
Some dad
and then
with a
saved
daughter
it.
versus me who has seen the universe? And then convince him that, hey, you don't want me either. You're going to kill us both.
I know.
So.
Which I love that, but I did not like that it was a frog. I wanted something more. They had every opportunity to do something there.
Joe says, Aaron, finally speech that you need or not? No.
I was gonna say that's even less of a speech than her being tied up last episode.
Yeah, I'm not, it hasn't hit me. I don't think that she's a bad doctor. I want that big moment.
I'm telling you, the writing hasn't been there to give you that doctor moment.
Zygon invasion, the one with the weird fish people, the one at Stonehenge, even the very end of 11th Hour with Matt Smith. It's like his first episode. And he has a giant floating eyeball spaceship, remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And then they're having a little speech, he's like, look me up. And it's like, dun, 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 dun. And it shows, like, each doctor, Hartnell and, it goes through all of them, whatever. And then it gets to David Tennant, and then Matt Smith walks through David Tennant. And he's like, I'm the doctor, that whole moment.
Yes,
like, I have goosebumps just talking about, thinking about that scene. It was done really well. I want that kind of moment for Jodie. I want it to be like, this is a moment when everyone's like, damn, she's a doctor, I love it, like, I feel like she's done a good job, but I want people to, like, not to be able to, like,
be on the fence about it. You want them to be on her.
Look, this is why she's a doctor. Like, what, people are like, Peter Capaldi, why is he a good doctor? Look at this Zygon invasion thing, watch this right here. If you don't get chills from this, you're not human, like, stuff like that. I want something like that. Andy says, what a trippy episode. Read some reviewers wanted a returning character rather than a frog. I'm not sure that works since the doctor already figured out the trick it used. If a sentient universe tried to trick you into staying with it, what form would it take?
I don't really have anything. Do you? Like, I can't think of anything. Because I think this did an amazing job with selecting, like, Eric, where he had lost his wife. Someone that was really near and dear. And then
all
Graham.
It was wives. It was the loss of your soulmate. That's what...
It could have been a child. Like, if we lost one of our children, I guess that would keep me there as I tear up. But... Yeah,
I get you. But, like, what I'm saying with this one is all they did was wives. They didn't try to choose another route. They could have targeted Ryan losing his grandma and made him the other one.
Yeah.
But they didn't. They chose to go with both wives.
I feel like Ryan wouldn't be as strong as Graham, and Ryan would definitely stay there.
Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's like a Pokemon world and there's a Bulbasaur.
And you'd stay there for that.
No, I'm just saying, like, that's, if a sentient universe tried to trick you, what form would it take to try to trick me to stay? It would try to make it would be a cute little Bulbasaur is there. And I'd be like, Bulbasaur! And it's like,
biggest thing of dark chocolate, so then I'd be stuck there licking it.
That's what you do with dark chocolate, is you lick it?
Well, I mean, if it's that huge, I couldn't, like, bite it.
Okay. As far as anyone I don't know. The frog wasn't amazing, but I don't know what else it would have done.
I agree with them that after the whole trick,
it doesn't matter.
It wouldn't matter. No.
It just needed a form, but
because at that time they were trying to hide their identity, and the doctor already knew its identity.
Yeah.
So I get that.
Tamer says, "Who is your favorite of the 3 companions so far?"
Oh.
Now you answer the question.
Oh, well, Graham. I was trying to think of anyone else, but I'm like...
Mine is definitely Graham. He seems to have the most depth to him, and I have connected to him. Ryan's okay. Yaz still seems underdeveloped, and I still don't feel attached to her much. See, Yaz, I feel like we have at least a little bit more because of having, 2 episodes with, her family, relations to her family and stuff. So we have a little bit of who she is and what she's from and whatnot.
Like her background and everything.
Ryan, we kind of just have the first episode and then his relationship with Graham, you know?
So, if I were to select only 2, it'd be Yaz and Graham. Only 1, Graham. But...
So Game Troller Prime says, in place of the frog, what or who would you put in the alternate universe? Probably like a Bulbasaur.
I was kind of... I was really kind of hoping that she was walking into, the heart of the TARDIS, and it was going to be, Zod, is that his name? From Power Rangers, the head and the bubbly... Zed?
Oh, Zordon.
Zordon. I'm like, Zed, that's from Legend of the Seeker.
No, there's Lord Zed, who's the bad guy.
Oh, no.
And there's Zordon, who is... That sounds like Zord?
Zordon. I was hoping it was kind of like Zordon, or Gideon,
just a head?
Just a head speaking, being the TARDIS.
What if it would have been Capaldi?
Oh my god.
Or Matt Smith or David Tennant. It's not something trying to hold her in it because it's oh, you're gonna miss me.
Just a familiar figure would be interesting.
It's another one of her faces, there,
Talking
now you're
to
talking
herself.
to yourself, Yeah, it could be. They could have had something fun with that.
I think that they had a missed opportunity there. That it would have been so great to pull something back. I feel like the writing has been like that this season. Missed opportunities.
Dr. Winchester says, would you like an episode with Grace before she died?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that we didn't go back to something more in their past of Ryan or Graham or anything, but I don't know. They want to move on.
It's too soon for them, yeah. But the actress seemed amazing, whoever played Nan.
Malcolm Price says, do you guys think there will come a time when you will switch off from the show? Because I'm a longtime viewer and I'm questioning whether to switch off.
Not watch?
Yeah.
Oh, I think we should be excited for next season. That they have been learning from their mistakes and the reviews from this season. That they have all the potential in the world with this whole cast. I love the Doctor. I love the companions. I love the TARDIS. I love the artistry. I love the videography. It's just lacking in the
script. For the writing.
Script, yeah. I think there's so much potential with this show. They just need to redirect their writing. We had that one episode.
Which one? The Rosa?
No.
The India?
I think the Kerblam. It was written by someone different.
That one felt very Who-ish.
It felt very Who-ish, and I loved that episode. I didn't even write anything down because I was so invested in that episode. And I think if we had more like that, next season's going to be amazing. So I would not switch off from it yet. Give it one more season.
They've done some of the educational kind of things, which I think is fun, and I enjoy those as well. I think have that mixed in with some just
Kerblam
odd stories of Doctor Who, I kind of like this one. I kind of like this story of, but
all of them have been at the same level, though.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're all at this level. It's not like we have...
I don't know what it is.
There's been those episodes that make me cringe and I'm on my edge, and then previous episodes that made me go, oh, I love it, and cry and be happy. A roller coaster. This has not been a roller coaster.
Yeah, I guess so. Each episode doesn't feel like this episode gives me the same feeling as last episode. This feeling of this last episode. Whether some episodes of Doctor Who would just be like, I don't know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, exactly.
And other episodes you'd be really sad and crying, and then other episodes you'd be like, all these have been very kind of just calm. Like the Doctor has been, it's been calm. And I think the issue is that you need to give the Doctor moments of she needs to show and feel those emotions as much as we need to show and feel those emotions.
Yes.
And they're not doing that, I think. And I think there's one more Q&A, which is Anakin Buffton, which says, do you think the only way Doctor Who can be fixed is if they took a hiatus like they did between Classic and New Who? I don't think they do. I think they need to look at some of the previous Who, some of the previous Doctors. I think Jodie Whittaker is plenty capable of being able to show emotion and act the way she needs to act.
Yeah, I love her
if you give
so much.
her a story that makes her have to show and do that. So I think the writing, for me, needs to have a roller coaster of emotions, not each episode, but through the season.
Yes.
Give me a funny, kooky episode. Give me a sad and depressing episode. Give me a what the fuck's going on episode.
Yeah, and just one-off
like,
Monster of the Week.
Yeah.
Or
and don't be afraid
History of the Week.
And don't be afraid to do some arcs.
Yeah.
I cannot think of a season of Doctor Who that ever didn't even just have like a 2-episode arc, and in the season somewhere.
Even with Eccleston. Like Eccleston had several. 2
or 3 in his season.
Yeah, and that
right?
was one season.
Are You My Mommy was one.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Okay.
The very last 2 episodes was one,
Mm-hmm.
right? There's 2 right there that I can think of. So, I don't know. But anyway, it's just... With Eccleston, like, I was getting the feel of him and how he was, and by the end of it, I was finally like, oh, man, this is good. And then they switched to David, But even with him, like, there was times that he was just calm. I mean, the first episode, he's never really freaking out that much or anything.
That's the mannequin one, right?
Yeah, the Nestine Conscious. But then later on, the Dalek, like, I felt his anger and I felt his fear at the same, like, both of them. I haven't felt fear, really. Like, she said about being afraid, like, I'm terrified here. I didn't feel that she was terrified.
Well, there was no threat. Like, I felt like her face was scared and that her acting was scared. But then we had that reaction of, okay, scared of what? Like, there was no build-up. They didn't go anywhere from it. She was just scared and stated scared.
Yeah, I mean, it's a different... Like, I could tell that Christopher Eccleston was afraid of the Dalek without him being like, I'm terrified right now.
Well, I felt like she had to say that she was terrified in a couple of these episodes because there was not the writing to support.
No, that's
like
what
the
I'm saying.
episode didn't
go
anywhere.
I don't need her to tell me she's scared. I need to be able to tell from what is going on that she's scared. So
exactly. So I feel like...
I think that's why I don't feel a threat. You know what I mean? I don't feel stakes. Because I feel like they don't feel stakes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel like they think they're in danger. The episodes that I've...
But you're not referring to the acting.
I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, it could be a mix of both, maybe. It could be that the writers are writing in a way that's not relying on their actors to be able to portray things, and they're writing it in as like, well, we better say we're scared. That way the audience knows we're scared.
Oh, yeah.
Rather than being like, okay, like, say, here's these lines. These are good lines. Now say these scared, or say these angry and terrified at the same time. Like
they're reading the stage notes out loud, and I walk stage left and be scared.
I don't know. It's just, like, it could be a mixture of the two. It could be that they're not trusting in their actors enough that when they write it, they're like, we'll write it this way. That way we know we have it covered. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know.
I think this is something I said, like, on episode 3, that the writers have not given their actors the chance.
Yeah.
Because they just didn't know them well enough to either write the scripts out or...
To answer both of the last 2 Q&A questions, I don't think they need a hiatus. I think they just need to kind of regroup on their writing.
Learn from their mistakes.
And I don't know. For me, part of Doctor Who was like looking at each episode, trying to figure out like what's the theme this episode, our last season with Peter Capaldi that we watched, you know?
Yes.
We're sitting there like, and I'm like, man, what's the theme? And like, is it this? Is it this? Oh, it's the Master.
Yeah.
Missy has been the theme this whole time. I'm an idiot, you know?
And then it just blows your mind, though, because it's like, wow, where did that come from? Like,
yeah.
You weren't expecting it, but it was there in front of you the whole time.
Yeah. But at the same time, it's not really taking away from what's going on in the story. And if anything, like, a lot of those episodes with Peter Capaldi and the last season with Billy were very kind of one-offy episodes, you know?
Yeah,
like
they
this
were.
is here by itself, here's this one by itself, this one by itself. And they weren't, like, overarching or anything, really, with most of that.
No.
But were there any two-parters? I can't remember.
That's what I'm trying to think of, too.
But anyway.
Other than, like, the Heather, the girlfriend of Water.
Regardless of the two-arcing, any of that kind of stuff, you still had, within each episode, a little bit towards, here's what we're building towards. The last two episodes were two-parter. Idiot, I'm dumb.
Yeah.
The last two, they go to the ship, and they go to the back, and then the Cybermen at the end.
Like 3 episodes.
It was 2. But yeah, but those were...
The Master revealing himself?
It was 2.
That was...
2 episodes.
You sure?
Yep, you're on the ship, and then you're fighting the Cybermen.
There wasn't the Billy being captured,
no, babe.
turned into a Cyberman?
2. Just trust me. 2.
With the reveal of the Master, and
2.
then that, and then on...
2.
Okay.
2.
It felt like a lot.
The first episode had a lot in it. You get to a ship, Missy's there doing her dance. You find out that the ship in the back has different time than the ship in the front.
Yeah.
Because it's so far back and closer to the whatever.
Down.
And then you have the second episode, and you go into the Cyberman thing. But between those 2 episodes, all this stuff happens in the real, and yada yada.
There was a lot.
Anyway. But the way that was done, and the way most of the seasons are done, like, you have this little nods or something that you're building up to. And in this one, like, I'm not super excited for the finale because I don't feel like we've been building up to anything.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even know if there's gonna be something really that threatening because there hasn't been anything that threatening this season. So I think the writing just they need to look at the writing, come up with what they want for their, if it's a 10 episode story or season, whatever, fine. Do a 10 episode season. But, like, do your writing, trust your actors, and give a story that gives you something that you're looking forward to and guessing. And, like, I feel like the discussions we've had with these episodes have come back to this because it's not like, man, what do you think's gonna happen next?
No.
Oh man, I'm gonna speculate on this because I don't know what's this crack? What's going on with the crack in the wall?
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing with that. Oh my gosh, Amy just turned into a pile of sludge, and what's going on? There's not been. You know, Dude, have you noticed Bad Wolf's been in 6 episodes this season?
There's no prediction.
Yeah.
At all.
There's not been anything that we're, like, you know, speculating. And part of a TV show, I feel like you need to have a little bit of speculation.
Like, think of it like a chess game. Like, you know it's going to end with a checkmate, but how did you get there? Like, all the strategy that's built up to this climax.
Yeah. I mean, even shows that are fairly, like, most sitcoms are 1 episode. That way, if you come in and you watch it, you understand what's going on. You can enjoy
but even
it, and that's
Seinfeld
good.
had stretching things.
They have covered things. They have reoccurring jokes, or they have a 2-episode arc. You know, Boy Meets World is one of my favorite, like, sitcoms. You know, and it's probably more of a dramedy, maybe. I don't know. You know, it's done really well. But you could watch each episode pretty much and not really miss a lot. But when you watch them all and you're looking and you're feeling a story building and characters building, and I feel like we're getting some characters building, but the story, it's just kind of like, all right, reset, here's a story. All right, reset, here's a story. Reset, here's a story. And I want to feel like the story's building towards something. And right now I don't feel like it's building towards something.
Like before in previous seasons, I've been like, oh, this is so interesting. I need to go find a comic book to figure out what the crap is going on. I need to know more.
Yeah.
This I'm like, yeah, okay. Pating, oh, it's cute.
I've never been less hyped for a Doctor Who finale. Right? Do you know what I mean?
I hate agreeing with you, Aaron.
I love Doctor Who. It's been great.
I love Doctor Who. I'm excited to see her.
I'm like 90% sure next episode is the finale, and I've never been less hyped for it. Every other season, I feel like I've been very hyped because usually it's also kind of a 2-parter kind of thing, or they really lead you up to here's what's going to happen next. You know, they at least give you. I think it was what was it? There was a David Tennant episode with Donna. It might not even. I don't even think it was the second to last episode. I don't think it was the penultimate episode. I think it was the penultimate to the penultimate. Right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hang on, I'm getting that.
Well, you just said
Hang
right.
on.
I'm like, I don't know.
No, I'm making sure you're following so far of what I'm saying.
Okay. Yes.
So, the doctor came out. It was after Turn Left, I think it was.
Oh,
When
that
Donna
was a
had
good
that thing on her
episode.
back, right?
Yeah.
And he came out and he sees Bad Wolf and sees Bad Wolf and sees Bad Wolf and sees Bad Wolf and sees Bad Wolf. And you're like, what the hell's going on? And then it takes off. That little segment, like, that little segment there, at the end of just an episode, like, regardless of what the rest of that episode means, if you know what that means because of having the first season of Bad Wolf, and all of a sudden you see all this Bad Wolf stuff, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then you go into the next episode and there's hype. I don't have any hype.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe that should be the poll.
Yeah, unfortunately. I mean, it's what we always go back to. And I'm always like, no, Aaron, we're not ready for that. We need all the positivity in the world. But I feel like, yeah, we need to have that as the poll. Either are you excited for the season finale or not? I feel like putting it, are you going to watch next season? That's too harsh.
I want to find something in the poll to at least... A lot of our stuff has not been very diverse in its options, you know?
This show hasn't given us the opportunity to do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what else you would really do. Other than, do you think that we'll see the Soltris or whatever, Solitract again as a friend? Or do you think it exploded?
Solitract coming back could be interesting.
I think that'd be really cool because it can be anything.
The other thing I thought about was like the question of like, would you have liked to see the Solitract as something else?
Yeah, that would be as what?
A, previous Doctor. B, previous
Master?
companion.
Oh, okay.
No, not Master. Like
I would.
A, previous Doctor. B, a previous companion.
I said the inside of the
C, a
TARDIS.
previous enemy.
Okay. I'd
Or
include
D,
Master.
something else.
Yeah, why not the TARDIS? I thought that was a
That
really
could
good
be
idea.
something else. And then you can write in the comments something else. You want to do that?
Okay.
Think that might be more diverse? What was the other one?
And that was much more positive.
Yeah.
The other one
Rather
was,
than
are you
like-
excited for the season finale?
Like, do you want to see more of this? Like,
Yeah,
that's what
exactly.
you're asking, so.
Well, that's what you asked is what we should do.
No. I didn't mean, hey, let's be negative. I mean, maybe that should be it, and I was trying to figure a way, because I like trying to have a diverse poll. Like, I like having it where it's like, man, but either of these options are pretty good. But I didn't want to be like, are you excited for the finale episode? And it's like, no,
It's just the conversation
hell
that we
no.
always get
You
back
know,
to.
so. All right, guys. So for the poll this week, let's actually have it about the frog. Do you think that the Solitract should have been something other than the frog? Although I do like the point that at this point, the Doctor is already known.
Yes,
The
can't
Solitract is a
trick
trick.
it.
You're not going to trick the Doctor now. I know what
Right.
you really are. But should it have been something else? Should it have been like a previous Doctor, a previous companion, a previous enemy, which we'll count that as like maybe it's like a
Master,
Rassilon.
Dalek.
Yeah, the Master could have done a form of a Dalek. Could have been in the form of like, I don't know, something else.
Oh, crap, what's the dude's name?
Davros.
Is it Rose?
I keep
or
getting confused
Os?
now with the Onion Knight.
Yeah. The Onion Knight is Davos.
So it's Davros.
Yes. I don't know.
As
I
long
may
as
have
the
just pulled a
Onion
Calvin,
Knight,
I don't
as
know.
long as the Onion Knight is Davos, it's the opposite. Not
Okay.
the opposite, but it's
Not the same.
yeah. All right, so because it should have been a.
I don't remember.
What do you think it should have been? Should it have been a previous Doctor, a previous companion, a previous enemy, other, or a frog? Like you think it should have just been the frog? You were fine.
The
with
frog's fine.
it should just don't change it. So, and then in the comments, let us know on Patreon what of that category you'd like. So, if you said it should have been a previous Doctor, maybe you think it should have been David or Matt or something like that. Or if you think it should have been a previous companion, maybe you thought it should have been River or.
What did you think?
I like the idea of it being like David or Peter.
You don't want River? After you said that, I was, wow.
I don't know. River would have been interesting. I wonder what they would have. I don't know.
That's the missed opportunity.
Because
That
that would have been like your past love that's gone now that you don't have. So that could have been a thing you could have done in that storyline. So that could have been neat too, to kind of like toy with. Like, what would have happened if instead of Grace, they would have walked behind that curtain and it would have been River?
Oh my God.
And she's like, what are you doing here? You know? Like, how would this Doctor, the 13th Doctor, interact with...
Spoilers.
Alright guys, let us know what you think over at patreon.com/blindwave. Please leave a comment over there and we can talk about it next episode to see what people are really excited for. So, anyway, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on the next episode of Doctor Who here and the other catch-up series over with the other guys.
Bye.